The world of people is the kingdom of heaven. This idea reflects one of the most profound transformations in the history of human thought. The transition from ancient philosophy to Christian medieval philosophy. Many people know that the Christian Middle Ages opposed the ancient world, but this opposition was not merely aesthetic or symbolic. It represented a deep shift in worldview, values, and understanding of reality, beauty, and the purpose of human life. In ancient Greek philosophy, beauty was understood primarily through harmony, proportion, and symmetry. Everything considered beautiful had balance and order. This is where the famous golden ratio originates, a mathematical proportion used in ancient architecture, sculpture, poetry, and visual art. Ancient statues, temples, and even literary works followed precise proportions, because beauty was seen as a reflection of the universal order. The ancient worldview was centered on the visible and rational world. Reality was considered understandable, measurable, and structured. Even the gods of Greek mythology resembled humans. They had emotions, passions, ambitions, weaknesses, and conflicts. They were powerful, yet not completely beyond comprehension. The divine existed within the same reality as human beings. Ancient thinkers also struggled with the idea of infinity. Mathematics in antiquity avoided infinity because arithmetic rules collapse when dealing with limitless quantities. Logic becomes unstable, and rational order is threatened. Therefore, the universe was perceived as finite, ordered, and governed by understandable laws. The goal of life in antiquity reflected this worldview. Human purpose was wisdom, knowledge, virtue, and a dignified life in the present world. Philosophers such as Aristotle taught that happiness comes from living rationally and developing personal excellence. Meaning was found in understanding reality rather than escaping it. The rise of Christian philosophy radically transformed this perspective. Christianity introduced the idea of transcendence, the belief that God exists beyond the limits of space, time, and human understanding. The word transcendent refers to something that goes beyond all boundaries. Unlike the gods of antiquity, the Christian God could not be fully known or represented. This shift changed the central goal of human existence. Life was no longer focused primarily on knowledge or success in this world, but on the kingdom of heaven and the salvation of the soul. Earthly existence became temporary, while eternal life gained ultimate importance. The focus moved from the external world to inner transformation and spiritual development. This transformation also reshaped medieval aesthetics. In antiquity, beauty was associated with the human body, symmetry, and physical perfection. In the Middle Ages, beauty became connected with spirituality and inner purity. External form became secondary to inner meaning. This explains why medieval art often abandoned realistic proportions. In icons, figures appear elongated, bodies are simplified, and perspective is intentionally distorted. Eyes are frequently enlarged to symbolize spiritual awareness and sincerity. The goal of such images was not realistic representation, but the expression of spiritual truth. The philosophical roots of these ideas were partly influenced by Plato's philosophy. Plato described a higher world of eternal forms, perfect realities beyond the material world. Christian thinkers adopted and transformed these ideas, linking them to the concept of divine transcendence and eternal life. The shift from antiquity to the Middle Ages, therefore, represents more than a change in religion. It marks a transformation in how humans understood knowledge, beauty, and existence itself. Ancient philosophy emphasized rational understanding and harmony within the world, while Christian medieval philosophy emphasized faith, transcendence, and spiritual reality beyond the world. These two perspectives produced different cultural models. Ancient civilization valued physical perfection, logic, and intellectual inquiry. Medieval culture emphasized humility, inner transformation, and moral purity. Even the meaning of beauty changed, from external symmetry to spiritual depth. Later, the Renaissance would attempt to reconcile these traditions by reviving ancient ideals of proportion and combining them with Christian spirituality. Yet medieval philosophy itself formed a unique and coherent worldview, centered on transcendence, eternity, and the inner life. Understanding this transition helps explain the evolution of philosophy of beauty, religious thought, and cultural history. It shows how human perception of reality changes over time, and how different civilizations construct meaning in different ways.